After the success of Resident Evil 2, Capcom wanted to push the envelope even further. People were absolutely terrified of the game, and the scariest thing in the game, Mr. X. This moldy sausage was a hit, and much like everything, people wanted more of it. Damn, this game reviewer actually beat the game. So Capcom was in the lab taking everything that worked with Mr. X and everything that didn't, and created the next abomination, one that could show up at any moment and kick your ass. Nemesis stomped onto the scene, a threat from the get-go, stacking bodies in his metaphorical human Tetris game. Nemesis wasn't just some bioweapon meant to kill anyone. He was designed to kill the best of the best, and he wasn't afraid to announce it either. But he kinda sucked at it because he only killed Brad, which he didn't even do that in the remake. He killed Tyrell, which he worked for Umbrella, so maybe this version of Nemesis is illiterate. Aside from his questionable reading ability, this version of Nemesis was kinda crap at his job. The original Nemesis was programmed to kill. This one was programmed to mildly get in the way. Unless you're on Inferno, then he's an absolute menace. I think during the remake, Capcom got their wires crossed and made Mr. X more likely to show up anywhere, and Nemesis was more scripted to show up. Which, despite many believing Nemesis was a random encounter in RE3 Original, he wasn't. Nemesis was scripted to show up, but in a way that felt more natural. In the remake, Nemesis shows up in a big spectacle, which works against him showing up at all. There's voice lines, cutscenes, zooms, explosions. If every moment is a big moment, then none of them are. You can tell Capcom didn't really know what to do for Nemesis when one of their ideas was adding a nose. But what happened to the RE3 remake? Why was the remake so bad for the fans, and why does Capcom keep making games where people can throw up? Resident Evil 3 and Remake aren't the same game. Resident Evil 3 at its core is a survival horror game with action in it. Remake is an action game featuring Resident Evil characters, unless you're on Inferno. Jesus Christ, he's so fast! Remake streamlined everything. Capcom never wanted you to stay in one location for too long, unless that location was the 2 streets of downtown Raccoon City. Seriously, what the hell, why do I keep ending up here? You go to the power plant, and it's done. You go to the police department, and it's done. You go to the entrance of the clock tower, and it's... Oh wait, there's a boss fight. And the final boss isn't your typical skill-based fight where you're dodging and shooting, reloading, and using your herbs and sprays. You've battled and arose to the challenge, learned skills to the entire game, which culminates in the final battle against one of the series' best creatures, and it's showdown time. Instead, you push this core, this one, and this one. Jill grabs a giant laser and shoots Nemesis, and it's wiped away by Nikolai being the last person you kill. That's like Leon killing Sadler, then after you fight this absolute beast, you kill the merchant for the end of the game. So what was the main problem with Remake? Crunch time and mismanagement. As painful as it is to say, RE3 Remake was rushed. RE3 was developed the same time as RE2 was being made, meaning Capcom had to focus primarily on one game, and they chose RE2 over RE3. This led to RE3 story mode being partially outsourced to another company, while the multiplayer was outsourced completely. And don't even get me started on the multiplayer. Capcom, why can't you understand how to make a good multiplayer Resident Evil? RE-verse was good. All you had to do was add team deathmatch, kill streak rewards, and more maps, and you would have had a decent game. Well, hindsight is 2020. But another complaint is the lack of content for RE3. Seriously, the scariest thing about RE3 was its price tag for 3 hours of content, and the laughable challenge to beat the game as fast as you can, showing you even further how short it is. Or the $3 DLC for the original Jill costume. One thing I give credit to RE3 is the difficulties actually do what I think games should do to a degree. You play on normal, it's a very run-of-the-mill average gameplay, likely what the game was designed to be like. But if you crank up the difficulty, Nemesis becomes a different entity entirely. He's fast, he's ferocious, and insert third F word here. New enemies show up earlier and everything feels tense until you realize that the main difficulty adjustment is that everything just has more health. I hate this so much in games. Here's the same zombie, but he's been drinking his whey protein powder. I think they should do different stuff to modify the difficulty. Like, I'm not saying this zombie should be an acrobat, but I'm just saying. There's long past posts saying Capcom should remake the remake or expand upon what's there with the director's cut, and the sad reality is that will never happen. RE3 Remake is what we have. A 3-hour game with defunct multiplayer, an echo of what could have been an amazing game. But for as short as the game is, not scary, and lacking in content, I still like this game. Currently on Steam, I have over 30 hours in the game just from mods, and the game feels great. That means I've played the story at least 10 times, or on Inferno at least once. Is RE3 a game you should buy and play? No, not at all, unless you're on PC and you can do stuff like this. Say what you want about modern Resident Evil, but the gameplay itself is great. I'm glad we got the remakes, which resuscitated the franchise after RE6 almost killed it. And these classic games are being breathed new life, and new fans can experience these old classics.
Welcome to Capcom. How tough are you?
I play Resident Evil 3 for fun.